Welcome to Grus Grade. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm Ravi Soni, founder and co-founder of Grus Grade Private Limited. We are an agri-tech company, and this journey started almost a couple of years back in 2020. Prior to that, I was a banker, working with State Bank of India for the last 15 years. And then after pursuing my MBA colleges from IIM Indore, a bunch of a friend within the campus as well as from Triple IT Delhi started conceptualizing an idea on agri-tech platform. And for the next couple of years, from May 2020 till March 2022, we were mostly engaged in R&D activities, understanding the agri ecosystem, identifying the base root problem throughout the agri value chain, and designing a prototype that can be a scalable solution to the core problems which is being faced by agri industry in particular and the agri supply chain in general. So, as I mentioned, the we have a very strong and committed team, and we started the journey with research projects, and we identified certain value gaps into the agri value chain, and these gaps were the opportunities that we found could that can be converted upon and scaled up, and that not only adds value to the society at large but creates an ecosystem which is holistic, approachable, expandable, as well as easy to use as a platform. So agriculture, we all understand, is an industry which has supported the mankind since I don't know the beginning of the mankind itself. But over a period of time, because of various constraints faced into the industry, not only the farming community but consumers as well as all the intermediaries who are acting in as a nodal point where it becomes a sustainable business model, has suffered certain challenges. The major constraints being faced by farmers included the access to market, access to collateral free finance, and then access to quality input materials, including tools wherein they can increase the productivity of the land using the new aged skill set, technology, and as well as education. So we try to conceptualize this basic base core problem of the industry, and we thought that only digital model would not be a sufficient model that would be a scalable model, but in agriculture we need a physical come digital model. So we identified farmer producer organizations as a channel partners who would be targeting the core issues of the farmers and then in the agri value chain. To be very specific, we all as a consumers want that whatever that food we eat should be healthy, should be having the right nutritional content, and it should be residue free. If not, and if at all the residues are there, it should not be health hazardous. So this is one core challenge which, as a consumer, I would face. I would always, and any of the consumers who are health conscious, believe that at least the food should be of a good quality. But the farmers, are they getting the right price, even if they are producing it? And do they get the right market access, immediate payment for the produce that they sell? These are some of the challenges. Is the logistics easy for them? Is warehousing is easy for them? Do they get ample support of the finance for production, for distribution, for marketing? Do they have the technical capabilities to understand how the marketing ecosystem works? Apparently, no. And then there was a collectivization of farmers known as farmer producer organizations who became a new channel partners to them, but still they lacked the similar kind of insights, branding, marketing, going into the market with adequate supply chain links, getting finance for establishing their supply chain links, as well as collaborating with the farmers. It's not easy. They don't have a technology. They don't have financial bandwidth, technological bandwidth, or as well as right set of skill set into the ecosystem. So we designed a platform named as UPAJGURU, which is an agri-tech platform developed over blockchain technologies, which ensures that the end consumers should be can have the trust in the ecosystem that whatever they are consuming is coming from the right source and right residues are there, or there are no residues in what they are eating. Similarly, they should eat fresh. They should get things as pure as possible. And for the end farmer also, they want that they should be recognized for what they are doing. And not only in the monetary senses, but also by appreciation. So there was one tool that we developed is a true source, wherein through the blockchain technologies, we ensure there is complete trust, transparency, traceability into the agri value chain. And over a particular platform as a farmer, you get introduced to and you immediately get very advanced scientific advisories, wherein you can upgrade your technical skills in a matter of seconds. Similarly, you get an access to input supplies, you get an access to market, and the best part of it, it's completely document free. It's based on smart contracts on blockchain ledgers and a distributed ledger. So if you want to apply for a loan, all you have to do is a centralized KYC, which is again on a distributed ledger, which can be verified by the lenders, and your request form can be generated through robotic process automations and process improvisations inbuilt into this tool. And you get your credit profiles are improved as in how you move to the transactions into the system, wherein for a lender it's an amazing tool to reduce the documentation cost, to reduce the cost of inspection and implementation, cost of continuous interactions with the farmers, as well as monitoring of the end user funds and the asset created by using those funds. So a lender can know where if the money or for which it has been borrowed has actually been spent for the purpose it has been designed it, and then if the asset under cultivation can be monitored on a real-time basis for per farmer, so that when the sale proceeds happen through the UPAJGURU system, smart contracts are automatically executed, and it goes back to the banker's channel. Now, as an end consumer, and for so many millions of telawalas, vendors on the street, it's such a tedious task to go and meet the mandi system, where there is so many unhidden source of intermediary layers. You can't identify the system in its intricacies until you go into it. Farmer goes to these mandis, and then they get paid at even 1 year's time lag, at times at 3 years. If you we implemented the project in Himachal Pradesh, and we were surprised that even for 3 years the mandis has not paid them, and mandis earn a decent amount of commission for selling. But still, does the vendors who are buying from mandis or the sellers who are selling in the mandi are getting transparency into the system? We believe there was complete lack in transparency. So what we did is we introduced three things. First is for a farmer, based on the data that we are collecting on the price sensitivity across India in different mandis, we are helping them with our AI tools to identify where to sell their crops, wherein they get a price appreciation, a good price for their produce, if they are selling it through the mandis. If not, we are onboarding all the telawalas who can, through their dashboards, require and ask for directly from the farmers for procurement on a daily basis, so that they don't have to get engaged into the complications of the mandi system, yet they get the supplies of the fruits and vegetables. And they can make the payments immediately in 2 days, 3 days of an inventory turnover cycle. Out of it, all this platform earns these revenues, but the best use is of data. We are geotagging the land, we are monitoring the crop yield through data, the soil test through various soil testing tools, IoT devices on the fields and sensors on the fields. We are trying to analyze 4 parameters to begin with. One is quality of pH level, quality of soil. The second is water content into the soil. Third is wind direction and air density. And fourth is amount of nutrients and micronutrients that is being used in the fields. With this, we are targeting that the end consumers should be given the right kind of food materials. Secondly, we are also monitoring the data on environment going down the line. We try to reduce the carbon footprint into the system. So this is overall a brief about the company. If you want to know more and that see the use cases of a traceability for which we have actually used this technology with the apple growers in Himachal, and how happy our Himachal growers are to begin with when we introduced UPAJGUGU in the state, wherein they are getting the payments immediately, they are getting the right prices immediately, and the consumers who are willing to pay us more because of the quality that we are distributing across the chain is of a prime model here. And then the consumer knows, if you can just scan through the QR codes, you will know what you are eating and from where which farmer actually produced. You can tokenize them. We have a tokens into the blockchain ledgers wherein you can convert an extra reward for these growers or the farmers who are toiling the soil so much. And then that's the overall vision that across the global supply chain, we want that we should eat better, we should eat healthy. The sustainable development goal SDG agenda number 2 of eradicating the global hidden hungers because of not eating the nutritional food. We want to target that as a mission. We want to target that overall carbon footprint into the industry reduces and becomes a viable and sustainable model. We want that, yeah, intermediaries has a role, but they should not be so intransparent into the system that the actual growers, the actual consumers should not be punished. Everyone should be rewarded in the system. The value should be distributed. The value should be calculated upon. So this is overall vision of Grus Grade that we want to give back to the society from which we have come. We want this to be a holistic game plan where everyone get engaged, where we look back to the society in terms of agriculture, environment, social goodwill, as well as creating a society where values are creating, enhanced and scaled up. So welcome to Grus Grade. I think we'll meet soon someday and we'll discuss in detail about our projects, our success stories, and the things that we are doing on ground. Thank you all.